Help support Chris and Zach Attack by liking and sharing all of our content, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all your latest video game news and updates.
Hello friends, it's Chris.
It's
And welcome to another episode of Chris and Zach's Quick Attacks. This is the show where we we like to talk for about an hour. We sit down in these quick attacks, 10 to 15 minutes, talking about particular topics of interest to us.
Yeah.
Kind of leaving time for it, good stuff.
Just a little short, thorough, I guess short and thorough are kind of like opposites. But we like to just get into in-depth on one topic. Just talk it out, see how it goes, see how it feels, try it on.
Pretty much, yes, sir. If you guys like what you see, feel free to subscribe to the channel, click the little notification bell, so you know whenever we post a video. And you will see. My neighbor's kid is screaming. I hate that kid. Seriously.
Probably excited about all this news we're about to bring.
Chris hates kids, confirmed. I love kids. Anyway, so let's talk about Bioware drama.
Or Bioware drama. Bioware drama pretty much started, well, it started with like the demo of Mass Effect Andromeda when they're like, ooh, is this we're getting? Like, uh-oh. And then it kind of culminated into the actual retail release of Mass Effect Andromeda, which was a shit show, bugs, glitches, bad facial animations, poor sales, didn't sell what they were expecting. So now so it's been 4 months after Mass Effect Andromeda. BioWare is still in the news with this tidbit of news. You want me to say it? Do you want to say it?
You go ahead, man. You're on roll.
Apparently, a guy named Aaron Flynn is the general manager, but he leads Dragon Age Inquisition and Mass Effect Andromeda, two of the lesser quality Bioware RPGs that have come out in recent memory. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, he's already on shaky ground there. He's leaving. Casey Hudson, he is returning. He's the one who is responsible for Knights of the Old Republic, which is a solid game. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, which are classics. Ooh. So this guy has 4 classics under his belt. The other guy, Aaron Flynn, has 0 classics under his belt. So Casey Hudson left in 2014. He laid the groundwork for Anthem, and then he basically told BioWare, hey, I'm going to go leave. I want to do some other stuff. I got some opportunities in other places. He left. He's coming back. So it's been like 3 years since he's been gone. He's been doing stuff at Microsoft. He's been releasing stuff. I mean, I feel like this is pretty good news for BioWare.
I was expressing everything that you've been saying, just by touch my nipples. Touch Chris's nipples, confirmed.
Yeah.
Casey Hudson is, obviously responsible for those 4 classic games.
Yes.
Mass Effect 3 was standing. The ending of Mass Effect 3 was standing. The entire trilogy was utterly amazing. And honestly, the ending the way it is, I personally am okay with it. Mostly because I don't know what else we could do, what else they could have done. I don't know. If there was like, I'll let you talk in a second. But if there was like groundwork or like plans for another ending, an ending in which saw some different events happen or something like that. Then, like, if there were actual plans, blueprints laid out, and then Casey Hudson was like, "No, let's do this ending." If there was a different type of ending laid out, and we knew what it was, maybe, I don't know, depending on what the ending would be. But the ending that we got, I'm satisfied with it.
Yeah.
But this is all really, really, really good news. Because Inquisition was shit, Andromeda was shit, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're probably the two of BioWare's like worst games they've come out with.
Yeah, and what sucks is they're their most recent games too.
Yeah, So I mean, it's like, okay, maybe they're starting to think like maybe this Aaron isn't cutting it. Its two most recent releases really have not been one. They're not meeting. I don't think they're meeting sales expectations. I don't think they're selling as much.
No, I mean we saw proof of that.
Yeah,
there's a photo on Reddit recently. Of, if I remember, I'll put it up. But if it was this, it was at a Goodwill, someone's local Goodwill, and they saw just the 2 cases of Mass Effect Andromeda, both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions at their local Goodwill.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, this is just, that's basically like
and I'm sorry, they were from Target too. You can tell from the.
So Target probably was anticipating. Okay, so like we're gonna order up on this one because it's looking like a big release. Turns out it's not a big release, so they're stuck with all this extra stock that they can't sell. Yep. So I mean, they put it on clearance. If it doesn't sell on clearance, well, then they still got to clear it out. It's got to go somewhere. So I guess it goes with this Goodwill.
Yep.
And then
it's unfortunate, but go ahead.
With the Mass Effect series, I mean, it's like you got to look at like the series as a whole. You can't just like a lot of people are focusing on like, well, the ending of Mass Effect 3 was bad, but it's like you can't focus on the one aspect of the game, because I mean, like if you take the whole series 1, 2, and 3, you look at it as a whole, you can see it improved as it went on, the way the game changed and all the like the improvements, the storytelling, the way that did that as a whole. I mean, it's such a classic franchise. Yeah. And then like the Knights of the Old Republic is one of the best Star Wars RPGs, if not one of the best RPGs ever made. So I mean, it's like this together. I mean, like I hope it kind of is a shift in Bioware in the future. I mean, I hope they can get back on track with Anthem, because I was hearing that Casey he laid the groundwork for Anthem before he left in 2014. So basically, he left in 2014. He said, "Okay, this is what Anthem I want this to look like, be like this." They made it. 3 years, it's coming out, and then he's taking over again. So hopefully, that can be another classic game for Bioware. Anthem, I mean, it looks cool. Hopefully, it is cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping so as well. Just with Casey Hudson coming back, he said he laid the groundwork for Anthem. But however, with him leaving for 3 years, even though he laid the groundwork, how much has Aaron Flynn got his hands on? That's kind of what I'm worried about.
Yeah. I mean, because him coming back, it said he's coming back the end of July. I mean, like, Anthem ships next year, like, spring of next year, so it's not a lot of time to work on the game. If it's, like, too far gone, I mean, they might be able to improve a couple things and then just have to ship it the way it is. Because you can't start from the ground up in that short of time. You can't do it.
No, not at all. But hopefully it turns out A-okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for him to be returning, because if he brings out Anthem, obviously with the way Anthem is, it's going to be a lot like Destiny, where it's multiplayer. You can get in with your friends, you can all that stuff. It's going to have probably multiplayer rating, MMO style RPG. They are looking to support it for about 10 years, for 10 plus years. And then what I'm wondering is, when he comes back, are they gonna say, all right, well, let's kind of reevaluate Mass Effect, because right now they said they want to put it on the shelf, or they have put it on the shelf. Yeah. And they're like, all right, now Casey Hudson's back, the guy who launched Mass Effect, that entire universe. Let's see what he says about it, or even better, let's get his opinion on Dragon Age. Yeah, and because Dragon Age Origins probably the best game of the entire series.
By far.
Obviously, by far. Dragon Age 2, it's got its moments. The whole one setting thing. If it wasn't set in one setting, I think it would have been an amazing game. And then obviously Dragon Age Inquisition was just absolute garbage.
So bad.
I call Inquisition Andromeda garbage, but they're more so mediocre. They're not anything special. I just call them garbage because, they're sequels to a long lineage of awesome games, and it's just like, no, they're not to the quality that we're expecting from this.
Well, that's what BioWare games should be, an event. It should be like when
Absolutely, yeah.
when CD Projekt Red comes out with like a Witcher game, that's an event. Like Bioware games should be events, and it should be like people should take notice and like, oh shit, another Bioware RPG's coming out. Like, oh man, it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
Instead of Mass Effect Andromeda coming out and then going on sale the next week, and then like them basically saying like, oh shit, we fucked up. Like we're so sorry. And maybe also with Casey coming back, maybe another Star Wars RPG is in the works.
Yeah, because EA rights making
Remember?
Star Wars games, and it's just like, why not make a Star Wars RPG with Bioware? Come on.
I mean, that's the thing. Like the two companies, like Bioware's done it before. EA has got Star Wars. So, I mean, it's like I feel like the setting's right for another Star Wars RPG.
Absolutely. Maybe even an actual sequel to Knights of the Old Republic, actually make that shit canon. Because apparently Knights of the Old Republic isn't canon right now.
No, yeah, because with the Disney buyout, they basically said everything that exists, like that's not like the main series is not canon anymore.
It's funny though, because I mean, we're going into Star Wars now. It's funny. Darth Bane made an appearance in the Clone Wars series, and Darth Bane was like the inventor of the Rule of Two, or something like that, and he got that idea from Revan.
Okay.
Which is kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Just make
I mean,
Revan canon.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like,
Revan Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah. They're like, oh, it's not canon anymore, but we're going to use a lot of the ideas. It's like, well, just make it, like, what's the point of even doing that then?
Yeah. Or maybe even do a remake of Knights of the Republic or something like that.
I mean, something in that universe would be really cool because it's kind of a different take on Star Wars as we know it right now, because it's like it's set in a completely different timeline, which I like. It's like you're not connected to the characters that exist right now in Star Wars. It's like a completely different time, but it still feels like Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's all looking great, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, like,
there's
we're
nowhere
not going
to go but up for BioWare.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're going to see how Anthem turns out. That's a couple months. That's, okay, what was it, like 5-6 months? Maybe more than that. So it's like I'd say like 9 months away, around there. We'll see how Anthem turns out. But we're probably not going to see like too much down like right away, but it's probably going to be down the line. We're going to see some stuff.
Yeah, this is definitely kind of like a wait and see. Hashtag wait and see.
There you go.
But yeah, Casey Hudson coming back to BioWare, nothing but good things.
Yeah, I'm excited. BioWare hopefully gets back on track.
Yes, sir. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of Quick Attacks. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for watching the video.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And follow us on the Twitter, ChrisAndZachAttack. Follow us on Instagram, ChrisAndZachAttack. And follow us on Twitch, SgtMajorCool.
Zach Attack 4131.
And ChrisAndZachAttack, the join community channel.
That's us.
And thanks for watching. Everything you do will help us rise to the top.